Okay, imagine a scenario that, well, that basically defies all modern NBA logic.
Right.
You have the undisputed greatest player of his generation, one of the main reasons your team is even a contender.
And he's on the bench?
He's just sitting there nursing a tricky back issue. But the team isn't just, treading water. They are dominating.
We're talking about the Los Angeles Lakers.
6 wins, 2 losses. They've reeled off 4 straight victories on the road in hostile arenas, and right now, they lead the entire league in offensive rating.
And this is the crucial part. This entire run, this surge to the top of the conference, it's all happened without LeBron James. Not a single minute played because of sciatica.
Yeah, everyone expected chaos.
Total chaos.
Yeah.
But what we're seeing is stability, a clear identity, and I'd even say tactical brilliance.
This isn't just a team getting hot to start the season. This feels like a real disruption to the NBA hierarchy.
It does.
And that brings us to the big question for this deep dive.
Let's hear it.
Who let the Los Angeles Lakers get this good? How did this team, which last year felt like just a collection of parts, suddenly become this well-oiled machine?
Okay, that's the mission then. This deep dive is about finding that blueprint. We need to go past the box scores and really analyze this new, stable system they've built.
It seems like adversity actually forced their hand.
It did. It forced them to find an identity they completely lacked last season, an identity that works independently of their best player.
So we're going to break down the, frankly, historic numbers from their surprise star, the incredible emergence of his co-star, and the shocking depth that makes this Laker team just terrifying.
And we have to start with the guy at the center of it all, the force that started this whole thing.
The unstoppable force that is Luka Doncic.
When you look at these numbers, you realize we're not just talking about a good start. We're in statistical territory that hasn't been touched for generations.
Seriously, he's doing things that we haven't seen since, what, Wilt Chamberlain?
Exactly, Wilt.
And these aren't just good numbers. These are like broke the sliders numbers. Doncic is averaging a staggering 41.3 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 8.3 assists per game.
To do that for 8 games and stay efficient it's almost mythical.
And the historical context just confirms it.
It does. He opened the season with 3 straight 40-point games. The last person to do that was Wilt 70 years ago.
Yeah.
But the how is what's really fascinating.
Yeah, he's not an athletic freak.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
He's an assassin who plays at this deliberate, almost glacial pace. He just forces defenses into one slow-motion mistake after another, and then boom, he punishes them.
And the efficiency, considering he has the ball all the time, is just wild. 54.5% from the field.
For a primary creator, that's unheard of.
Yeah, his three-point shot is a little streaky. It's at 29% right now. But his game isn't really about that. It's all rhythm and control inside the arc.
Right. He uses his body, those pivots, drawing fouls.
Mhm.
He turns tough possessions into easy points. He's already passed Kobe and Jerry West for the most points by a Laker through the first 4 games of a season.
And that pace you mentioned, it helps them on defense, too.
Oh,
right?
for sure, because he slows the game down. They can manage his defensive load. They're running schemes to kind of hide him on weaker offensive players, letting him conserve energy to be that offensive engine. That's a strategy they just couldn't implement before.
So, okay, 41 points a game is MVP level stuff. But let's ask the obvious question. Can he keep this up? Or is this just an early season hot streak before defenses figure him out?
That's the crucial question. And the honest answer is no. 41 a game isn't sustainable for 82 games.
Nobody in the modern era has done that.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Even when he regresses, he's probably going to settle in around, 32 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists?
Which is still firmly in the MVP conversation.
Absolutely. It's the gravity he creates, not just the final point total. When he's a triple-double threat every single night, like that casual 29-11-10 he had against Miami, he just warps the entire defense, and that frees up everybody else.
And that leads us perfectly to the guy who has taken the most advantage of that gravity. We have to talk about the unexpected co-star in all of this.
This is where it gets really interesting. Every true contender needs that guy who just elevates his game unexpectedly.
And for the Lakers, that guy is Austin Reeves.
He's playing at a level that completely shatters that role player label he had last year.
I mean, through 7 games, the guy is putting up all-star numbers. Flat out. 31 points and 9 assists.
And he's doing it so efficiently, shooting 49% from the field and, get this, 90% from the free throw line.
If you just read that stat line, you'd assume he was the team's #1 option.
And what's so impressive to me is the mental toughness, the composure. Remember when Luka sat out for those 3 games?
His ultimate test, right?
It was. And Reeves didn't brink? He didn't shrink. He averaged 40 points during that stretch and just carried them. That tells you he can handle a star's usage. He's not afraid of the moment.
He really does play like a 10-year vet. His basketball IQ is just off the charts. He knows how to draw fouls, how to attack mismatches, and he never forces a bad shot. That game winner against Minnesota was a perfect example.
Where he just sliced through two guys for the layup.
Exactly. It showed his confidence, but also his ability to slow down in a huge moment.
And if you connect this to the bigger picture, the dynamic he has with Luka is, well, it's the perfect modern NBA backcourt.
One slows it down.
And the other speeds it up. Luka controls the tempo in the half court, makes the defense work. But Reeves is a master of the counterattack. He gets the ball off the catch and he's just gone.
That balance is something they've been missing for years, something to ease the burden on LeBron.
For years.
Okay, so we've got the two stars, the two creators, but here's the wild part, the thing that makes this team truly dangerous.
The depth.
The depth. They are reloading, not collapsing when the starters sit down. The system demands that everybody contributes.
Absolutely. When the stars rest, the system holds. And we should probably break down some of these so-called secret weapons.
Let's start with Jake LaRavia. I mean, what a surprise he's been off the bench.
An instant offense machine.
He's giving them 13 points a game while shooting, this is crazy, 60% from the field and 50% from three.
He dropped 27 on Minnesota and 25 on Miami. He gives them that one thing every great offense has to have.
Spacing.
Spacing and gravity from deep. He forces defenses to stretch out, which opens everything up.
But you need a counterbalance to that, which is where Marcus Smart comes in.
Right. Smart is the tone setter, the defensive quarterback. He just hit his 1,000th career steal.
And you can feel his impact. The stats back it up. The team's defensive rating just skyrockets when he's on the floor.
He brings that chaos, that toughness on the perimeter that forces turnovers and leads to easy buckets on the other end.
And then you have DeAndre Ayton. He looks like a completely different player, totally free from whatever was going on in Phoenix.
He does. He's averaging 17 and 8, shooting a super efficient 65%.
And that revenge game against Portland where he just torched them for 29 and 10, that felt like a statement.
It was. And the key is how they're using him. It's a much more simplified role. In Phoenix, he was taking a lot of mid-range shots. Here, it's almost all high pick and rolls with Luka.
So he's just a vertical threat, a lob threat.
Exactly. It maximizes what he does well without asking him to do too much. It's brilliant.
And when you look at the team stats, second in the league in field goal percentage, scoring 119 a game, 7th in paint points, it all points back to ball movement.
That's the thing. 27 assists per game. That shows you this is a team that is genuinely unselfish.
They're just looking for the best shot. It doesn't matter who takes it.
It's that next man up mentality combined with a system that makes them so dangerous. When you have 3 or 4 real threats on the court at all times, defense just, they have to scramble. And that's why they have the #1 offense.
Okay, so we've just broken down 3 really critical role players: Smart, LaRavia, and Ayton. So for you listening right now, based on what we just laid out, the defensive tone setting, the instant offense, the vertical spacing, who do you think is the most critical role player in this system? We'll come back to it, but just think about that synergy.
And thinking about synergy brings us to, well, the elephant in the room.
LeBron James.
LeBron. His absence was supposed to sink this team.
Right, but it did the opposite. It clarified everything. It gave them an identity.
The Lakers finally learned how to win without needing him to bail them out in the last 2 minutes of every game. It fixed their biggest problem, that over-reliance.
And that sets him up perfectly for his return. He doesn't have to play 38 grueling minutes a night anymore.
Nope. He can slide into a 30-minute rhythm, conserve energy, and just destroy teams in short, targeted bursts.
He becomes the ultimate luxury weapon, which extends his career and, more importantly, the team's championship window.
I mean, can you imagine the defensive nightmare the league is about to face?
Yeah.
You're going to have something close to basketball perfection out there.
A lineup with Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves. 3 elite playmakers on the floor at the same time.
The game plan to stop that?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's unprecedented.
Let's just walk through the nightmare scenarios for a defense. You can't commit help to anyone.
No way.
If you put your best guy on Luka, LeBron is just going to slice you up with cross-court passes to shooters or run a pick and roll with Ayton.
And if you make the mistake of doubling LeBron,
Luka is waiting at the top of the key for that step-back 3. It's checkmate.
And crucially, if you somehow get so focused on those 2 legends that you forget about Austin Reeves.
He'll just quietly drop 30 on you before you even know what happened.
All three of them just process the game at such an elite level. LeBron doesn't have to be the sole alpha anymore. He can be 1A or 1B, and that's when they'll be at their most efficient.
And we haven't even really dug into the defensive potential once he's back.
His communication, his ability to direct rotations from the back line, it's second to none.
You combine that with Smart's pressure on the ball and Ayton protecting the rim, and you have a team that is built to be top 5 on both ends of the floor.
This really is, when you look at the whole picture, the most balanced and tactically flexible Lakers roster we've seen in a very, very long time.
It truly is. But you know this is coming.
I do.
Every dominant start like this comes with pressure, and there are still some major questions we need to answer before we, crown them.
Oh, for sure. We can't let the early excitement blind us to the adjustments that are coming.
Exactly. So let's talk through the 3 main areas of uncertainty.
Okay, number 1 is pace and sustainability for Luka. We already talked about it. 41 points a game isn't happening long term.
Right.
Coaches are going to throw the kitchen sink at him. They're going to devise schemes to force the ball out of his hands, dare him to beat them with that 29% three-point shot. The test is how he and the coaching staff adapt when that happens.
Okay, what's number 2?
The adjustment for Austin Reeves. Right now, his confidence is through the roof. He's the number 2 guy.
But his touches are going to shrink when LeBron comes back.
Exactly. Can he maintain that aggression and confidence without either becoming passive or, on the flip side, forcing bad shots to prove he's still a threat? That balance is so critical.
They need him to stay in attack mode.
They do. And number 3 is just health, workload management. LeBron's back. Ayton's already had muscle spasms. Luka and Reeves are playing huge minutes. They have to use that depth we talked about to keep guys fresh for the playoffs.
And the final test, the one you can't see in a box score, is just chemistry under pressure.
Right, when rotations tighten up in the playoffs.
But everything you read, all the quotes coming out of that locker room, they suggest this group is built differently. They seem genuinely unselfish. They're focused on a collective goal.
And that's often the X factor between a good team and a championship team.
So to sum this up,
the Lakers' 6-2 start isn't luck. It's not an easy schedule. It's about identity. It's about finding a formula that doesn't rely on one man's heroism.
Luka's brilliance is the engine.
Reeves provides that perfect counterpunch. And the system gets the most out of every single role player. And soon, LeBron will come back to tie it all together, not to carry it.
I think the key takeaway here for you is this. Dominance isn't proven when you win with your best player. That's expected. Dominance is proven when you can handle adversity and win games without him.
Yeah.
The focus has replaced the chaos. The signs are all there. The Western Conference better be paying attention because the Lakers aren't coming.
They're already here.
If you want more insights and deep dives just like this delivered straight to you, make sure you hit like and subscribe so you don't miss our next breakdown.
And hey, go back to that question we asked.
Yeah.
Who is that most critical role player for them? Is it Smart, LaRavia, or Ayton? Let us know in the comments why that specific guy makes this surprisingly dominant Laker team tick.